Okay guys, so here's my special guest for today. It's my sister, Alexis. So you want to tell them how old you are?
I'm 14.
And what am I doing on you today?
A mermaid look?
Yes. So let's get into it. If you'd like to see this video, then just keep on watching.
Edit that part out.
Okay, first I applied some eyebrows off camera using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in soft brown. And then to prime the lids, I use this NYX concealer. So now we're going to start with the eyeshadow, and today I'm going to be using the Morphe 35B palette, which is this bright, colorful palette here. And we're going to be using mostly like pinks, purples, and blues for this mermaid look. So first I'm just going to start with a fluffy brush and dip into this pink shade. And we're going to apply that into the crease.
I'll be looking like a bubble gum.
Okay, so close your eyes. Just look into the camera. So we're kind of applying this a little bit messily. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye and we'll be right back. Okay, so I've applied that pink shade in the crease, and now I'm going to dip into this light purple shade right here, and I'm just going to apply that a little bit lower. This is just going to transition into the purples that we're going to use on the lid. So once we have that applied, next I'm going to dip into this really dark purple right here, and we're going to apply that a little bit lower than the last color. Kind of making a V shape on the outer portion of the eye. And this is going to create some smokiness. We're just going to keep building up that color, first packing it on and then blending it out. Okay, so I've applied that color, and now we're going to cut the crease. So I'm just taking that same concealer that I used to prime her eyelids and a flat brush, and we're going to carve out the crease. So I'm just going to get her to close her eye. We'll start from the inner corner. And I'm just trying to create a straight line across the lid. Like so. I'm going to take my finger and just dab the edges to blend that in the rest. Turn, as you can see. So now I'm going to do the other eye off camera and we'll be right back. So now that I have the crease cut, we're going to dip into this blue shade right here with a flat packer brush, and I'm going to apply that where we cut the crease. So big. Look at it. It's so bright. Okay. So I'm just packing that on, not doing any sweeping motions because I don't want to disturb the concealer underneath. And I'm doing the eye makeup first, so that way when we're working with these bright colors, if any of it goes onto the face, we can easily wipe it up with a makeup wipe before we start the skin. Okay, so now that we have that blue on, we're just going to use that same purple we did before and just blend the two colors together so there's no harsh lines. Turn towards the camera, like so. And then I'm going to go back in with that pink shade that we used in the beginning and just bring a bit of pink back to the crease. Okay, so I applied a coat of mascara off camera, and now we're just going to use a bit of foundation that I pumped on the back of my hand, which is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation in shade 110. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques buffing brush and just dip into that and give her a light coat of foundation. I think this is really your shade. If not, we could add a little bit of a darker one to it. So I'm going to finish applying this foundation and then we'll be right back. Okay, so now that I've applied the foundation, we're going to go in with this Coty Airspun powder in translucent, and I'm going to apply this all over her face to mattify any oily skin.
It still smells like baby powder.
You like the smell of it?
Mm-hmm. Smells really nice.
Okay, so once I've applied that all over the face, I'm going to contour, but we're going to contour with shades that you normally wouldn't contour with. We're going to keep with the purples and blues and pinks, and we're going to do a little bit of a mesh mermaid scale look. Okay, so now that the face is complete, we're going to start with some scales. So I'm just going to use this mesh here with a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to dip into my lighter shades first. So I'm going to go in with the pink. Got my assistant here. And I'm going to dip into that pink shade, and then I'm going to put this up against her face.
Let me hold it.
Yeah, that would be great. If you could just turn a little bit this way. And we're just going to apply this like so, and it's really important that you don't move the mesh. Oh my god, this is actually looking so cool. Okay, just stay still. So I'm mostly applying a really dark amount here because this is where you would normally contour. So, and then just blending it out. Let's see if we can remove it. Oh my gosh, that actually looks so cool.
Do you want to take it off or do the other?
Yeah, we're gonna do the other side now. Okay, so we're gonna try it again on the other side. Okay. I'm just kind of dabbing it on. I'm not sweeping it around because I don't want to move the mesh around and ruin the design. And I'm not really doing it in like a certain shape or anything like that, just kind of blotting it around and focusing the color mostly towards the ear. Okay. So now we're going to apply some other colors. So I'm going to now dip into the next shade, which is this light purple shade here, and we're going to use that to apply some scales to the forehead. Yeah. So if you can hold it really still, and I want to do it like towards the side of your forehead. Yeah. I'm mixing a little bit of that purple and pink together. And just putting it certain areas. Okay, I'm gonna move it like so. Looks really good. So now I'm going to use that same brush because we're going to kind of blend the colors together, and I'm going to dip into a dark purple shade, and we're going to kind of layer the scales on top of one another. So I'm going to dip into this purple shade right here, and we're going to apply that. Where do you want this? So we're just going to put it back over where we did the contour part, and we're just going to do some layering. I'm going to kind of go heavy-handed with this color. And I'm mixing a little bit of that lighter purple that we just used. And then also, you just keep that there. I'm going to grab another brush. A little bit of a smaller one, and I'm also going to dip into this sparkly pink and purple shades. Mix those two together and just dab that on top. You have that iridescent, like just out of the water kind of look. And I'm just meshing that up to the forehead. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. This looks so nice. Okay, so I'm going to do the other thing, the same thing to the other side, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now we have the purple, which is making it more like contoured look. So now I'm going to take a mix of that bright blue that I used on the eyes, as well as a little bit of this darker blue, just to further intensify the outer portion of her face. So we're gonna dip into the two colors, and we're gonna use that mesh again, and just maybe put it like around here. Okay, and this time I'm kind of sweeping it on, but just really lightly. So I want to get the color intensity there, but I don't want to move the mesh around. So we still have that pattern. Okay, if you just want to turn, okay, so just turn that way. I'm keeping the mesh in the same spot. And I'm doing the same thing on this side of the forehead. Okay, and then I'm also going to take a brush and dip into this sparkly blue shade here, and just put a little bit of that over top and kind of blend that into the pink. And then we're going to remove the mesh, and we have that effect around the forehead. So now I'm going to do the same thing to the edges of the face here and kind of move it a little bit towards the jawline a little bit more, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so we just want to move it a little bit further. There we go. So we added like a little bit of a teal color just so it's a gradient, so it goes from like a blue up here down to a purple, pink, and then green. So I just want to show you how I did that. So I took the same palette and I dipped into this color here, as well as a little bit of that blue color just to make it a little bit deeper, and we're going to do that to the lower part of her jawline on this side. And I'm just using the same brush with all different colors mixed in, so that's how I'm getting that gradient effect, by having all the colors blended on the brush together and just adding little bits as we go. And don't be afraid to apply over top of the other shades you've already applied to blend them nice and seamlessly. Unfortunately, we don't have any occasion to go to tonight, So as soon as we're done this, it's going to be washed right back off again.
But this is all just for fun.
Yeah. Okay, go and take that off. Looks so good. Okay. So now I feel like we should add some like really like statement glitter.
Ooh, glitter.
So I'm actually going to mix a little bit of these two glitters together by Hard Candy. So it's a gold one and then like a pearly white looking one. It's gonna give that effect that like she kind of just like jumped out of the water. So okay, so now we're gonna take the mesh again, and I've actually just taken the little shaker caps off of them, and I'm gonna take this brush and fit it right inside here, and we're going to apply some glitter onto there and then put the mesh up to the face. And then we're just going to dab this on. It's not so much making the shape, but just more like spreading it out.
It's like,
I know, it looks so nice though.
This glitter's really, really like small.
Yeah. And I'm also gonna take some of that gold one as well.
We kind of just spilled it all over the bed.
It actually looks like snow, doesn't it? Okay.
Yeah, like instant snow. Have you ever had those like little like what are they called?
Like the spray foam?
No, those snow sets with the people and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And the little fake snow with the plastic snow.
Okay.
That's exactly
I
what
want to try and
that looks
remove that. You know what? I feel like it didn't really make the shape. It kind of just gave you a little pearly look. So I think we'll skip the mesh for the rest of the face and we'll just apply some glitter.
You guys can see all that floating. It's just all the glitter that just went everywhere.
God, it's
All over the bed.
I want to hold this
It's
one so
literally
we
like a pile on the bed.
don't make that mistake again.
Oh, I can see it floating.
It's actually so pretty, but you're gonna have this in your hair before you go to school tomorrow. Okay, so turn this way and we're gonna apply it to this side.
I love when you like turn this way.
Okay, I'm going to try and use this glitter. Okay, so if you just want to look into the camera, just have a nice sheen all around. And then we're going to apply some like pearls and also a little bit more of a really iridescent sparkly glitter that I have here by NYX Cosmetics. It's one of their pigments in shade 3, so we're going to use that, as well as some pearls and some gems to make her look really like she just came out of the water. So we applied some of that silvery glitter around the edges of the forehead and the face, and now I'm going to use this purple shade right here on a flat brush, and I'm just going to put this on the lower lash line. So if you just want to look up, and we're just applying that.
Oh, this part tickles a little bit.
And kind of smoking it out. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we can use a brush to just flick away any of the fallout. And we're going to do the same to the other eye. And we're kind of making this a little bit messy because, like I said, this is a Halloween makeup look. And smoking this out. And then I'm going to take the blue that I applied to the upper lid. And we're going to apply that the closest to the lash line. So look up.
My eyes over right here, my
It's okay.
eyelashes.
Some people just can't. Okay. And then I'm just going to apply a little bit more
It's like sticking to my other eyelash.
to the upper lid. Just from any blinking that she may have been doing, she would have kind of creased the eyeshadow on the top. So we're just putting that on there. And then I'm going to dip into this bright blue shimmer that we used on the face. And I'm going to apply that just towards the inner corner. Just to add a little bit of sparkle. And I'm using that same brush. And now we're going to apply some gems. Okay, so I thought that the middle of the face needed a little bit something. So off camera, I used that same brush with the colors that I had left on it and just kind of gave her like a smoked out looking contour on the nose. And now I'm going to take this e.l.f. highlighter in the shade Moonlight Pearls, and we're just going to highlight the tip of her nose. Wow, that looks really, like it really shows up on camera. Like so. And also her cheekbones. Trying not to turn this, thank you. Trying not to take away from that pattern or blend the pattern away. So add a little bit of that onto the forehead as well as on the Cupid's bow. Okay, so now we're going to add some gems. For gems, I'm just going to be using these gems that I got from just like the local craft store, and we're going to apply the pearls around the edges of the forehead. I'm actually not using any glue. I'm just, because these are sticky, yeah, sticky pearls. But obviously if you were actually going out with this makeup on Halloween, that you would want to secure them down with some like lash glue or any other. Okay, so I applied some gems. Actually, just, they're not sticking on that great because we haven't used any glue, but if this was a permanent thing that you wanted to do, then you could apply glue. But I just used a mix of these flowers and pearls and gems, as well as these ones here, and just did this. And I basically just did a random thing, and we decided to do this like headpiece look here, but you can really just crown. Yeah, you can basically just do it however you want. There's no right or wrong way. We just kind of stuck the pearls like sparse around her face. And now I'm going to apply liquid lipstick. For liquid lipstick, we're going to be using this MAC like purpley shade, and it's called Oh Lady. And then, okay, so I applied this liquid lipstick on her lips. We decided to leave the dark shade out just because it was a little too dark. And then I also applied this NYX shimmer powder, which I applied to the outer part of the face, but I applied that just in the middle of the lips, just for a little bit of sparkle. And now we're going to do the finishing touch by adding the wig. So we're gonna put the wig and the wig cap on off camera so we don't look like an egg, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the finished makeup look with the wig. I feel like the wig just completed it. We have long mermaid pink locks. And yeah, so just give me a close-up of all the scales.